Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box, the Technical Trader at thetechtrader.com. It's the 12th of December, and these are the charts of the day. I wanted you guys to take a look at some interesting charts. First of all, cannabis play, CANN, general cannabis, has exploded 400%, basically from just over $1 to $5. And if you look back at the historical run it had a year ago, did the same thing. Actually, this one went from about 68 cents all the way up to $5. So when you're looking at the long-term chart, you can see that basically a massive base is formed, and it may be emerge. And if it does emerge, the next target would be about 9.5. But you got to be real careful with a stock that has gone up that dramatically, that quickly. As a matter of fact, in the last 3 weeks, there's only been 2 down days, and those were 1 day here and there. It is due for a pullback. It's gone literally in 5 sessions from about 261 all the way up to 5. So look for some consolidation, and then we'll see what happens. But I wouldn't be too aggressive with this one. Codexis, CDSX. I didn't see this until today. I wanted to point out to you that after a run-up in 2014 and 15, it then spent over a year consolidating and basing, and then it broke out. And that zone, that breakout here, left it with this. A breakout above there, took it up, spike up, retest the trend line, and right back up again. At this point, I'd have to say that it looks like this may test the $9 range, and that's what I'll be looking for, followed by a potential move on a swing trade to 12. So keep this in mind right now, that we're looking for something initially around the $9 range, and then maybe longer term, at least 11, 12 zone. That would be up there, see it? There's 11.3 days to cover on this one. It could be interesting. Cree, one of our swing trades, popped out of a wet coil today. I wanted to show it to you. Jumped to $1.59 or 4.6% on nearly 2 million. What I'm going to be watching for, what you should be watching for, is to take out at the double top at 37.50, which should lead to 40, 42, 44. 8.6 days to cover on that one. Look, I'm not normally high on swinging or even more than day trading an ETF, but the DGAZ has broken out of a 1-year base and might very well take a run right there to the 48 range. That's 10 points. We may see a test of the 42 area and then maybe 48. But see the breakout today, that's important. The only thing missing was bigger volume. Keep an eye on it. DPW, well, another Bitcoin play, rocking and rolling. If it takes out the $5 range, this can be 6 or 7 very quickly. So keep an eye on that one tomorrow, as it does have some momentum. It did back off the high, and there's a double top up there again around 5. GlycoMimetics exploded on drug news and big volume. And when it got up to 18, the top of the channel, or at least that range of resistance, it backed off. I'm not surprised, but I was really surprised at how far it backed off. From 1825, it closed near the session lows at 1645. Now, it was still up 213, but it gave back a big chunk. That was a 15% gain on 6.6 million shares. Let's see if it backs and fills and extends. I am looking for a $19 target, short term, and then maybe 22. My swing target, a swing trade I put on today said 22 and 25. So I'll go with that for now. And let's leave that right there at 25 and at 22. KMG, big day today, exploded across an entire consolidation range of nearly 6-7 months and took out the spike high from June, closing at the high end of the range, nearly the high for the day, up 8.15. 15% gain and a major breakaway. At this point, wouldn't shock me. We made a run to mid-channel around the low 70s, eventually 90. But for now, I'm going to keep an eye on this one to see if we can make a trade on it. It might be a swing, as I said, towards the 70-72 range, mid-channel. Well, I'm showing you Mark today because a lot of people ask me about it. Look, folks, this stock went literally on November the 9th. This is 336. And by November the 24th, 2 weeks later, it was 979. So it tripled, and it had a nice falling wedge. The falling wedge got quiet near the apex and popped on volume for 2 days. It made a nominal new high yesterday. Today it reversed. I don't know why. It did not great. Let me just say this. My opinion is key support is between, at this point, look, I'd like to see it hold today's low. Right there would be ideal. If it could do that, back and fill for a couple of days, maybe take off. I still think we're looking at 13, 16, and even 20 over the next few weeks and months. But your key short-term support is 7.25 roughly. If it takes out today's low, about the 835.40 range. We'll see, it goes right there. MGTI, another Bitcoin play. After popping 2 weeks ago and pulling back in a wedge on low volume, it took off and volume has accelerated. 8.6 million is the biggest volume I've ever seen in a stock ever. So it might blow through this high at the 426 range, reaching as high as 417 today. So watch this tomorrow, because if it gaps up and runs, 5.5 and 7 are next targets. NVFY popped sharply, but pulled back. At this point, I'm going to keep an eye on it. That should not have been in my list today. Pass on that for now. PRELF, another Bitcoin play. Let's take a look at it. It had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way move and then a consolidation. This little mini base, watch this level, 3.25. If it gets to that tomorrow, it may very well run towards the 4.5 range. It may be spec up to 5. But just keep an eye on it. There might also be some sort of wedge that formed here that it just took out today. Take a look. So we're watching to see if it can take out this spike high, and 325 is my level. We take that out, this could run. PTI was a monster and the big percent gain leader today, jumping 161%. It got up to as high as near 7 and backed off to 614, but it was still up 379 or 161%, 32 million traded. When a stock closes that strongly, it's usually pretty good for more upside. But there is resistance just above here at about 7.5. That would be my near-term target. We get through that, then I would look for a move to test this area where the multiple bottoms and a gap exist, and that's near 10. So with that kind of a move today, it may be a trigger for a move upward, and keep an eye on PTI. Big move up in Riot, it hit exactly on our target zone, 33.34, and pulled back to close at 28.20. After hours, it drifted even lower and got down to 24. Not a surprise to me. Once the stock explodes like that, it may need to consolidate for a few days. Let's see what this does. There is support right about that 23.5, 24 zone where it is right now. Let's see if it can back and fill for a few days and then maybe thrust one more time into the low to mid 40s. I don't know, but I'd be real careful below the aftermarket low around 24. Then it's vulnerable down to 18, 19. Big pop on Therapix this morning, and the volume was the biggest I've ever seen since I've been following that stock since it went public. There's the inverse head and shoulders I was telling you about a couple days ago. That exploded from literally from 493 to 712 this morning before backing way off. But it may be an indication of something is cooking. So let's watch this one going forward to see if it backs and fills and consolidates. It sets up a move to 7.5 and then 9. USAT, this swing trade is really doing well. I think we gave it to you down here in the 6 range. It's now up to over 9. It hit 955 today, right at the top of the channel. I think my targets were 10 and 12, but this is pretty close to my swing target. And finally, VRX exploded today, and it continues to power up out of the inverse head and shoulder bottom. The near-term target is a test of the $24 range. If it gets up there, you may want to peel it back, because I think you're going to get one of these in consolidations. Looking for something, and it may even start tomorrow morning. But that's it for tonight, everybody. Let's have a good evening and a good day tomorrow trading.